Billy Beige here. Today I'm looking at technically the second release of the Toho Ultimate Destroya from Super 7. Now, when this first came out, real big, really cool looking because it's cool to me because the Four Horsemen sculpted this for Super 7, so it looks as good as it does because of their sculpt work. Now, from those first reviews for it, it did have where it had some loose stuff going on there, but it still had where it looked cool. Should you pay full price for it? I'm going to go ahead and say no before I even open this box because I didn't pay full price for it. Kaiju Canuck had where he posted where Super 7 had a 2-day sale where they took, I think it was like 20% off, something like that. Either way, I think I ended up paying like $94 or something like that for this shipped. But we're going to see if there's any like major differences in this like second kind of release of it. Because again, I'm calling this second release, even though the figure came out like 8 months ago or so, at least when we got it in hand. It was solicited in 2022, but it had where on the secondary market for this figure, it's like 110 standard. Some people were selling this for $200 plus. I think I saw where some people had sales for it $300 and stuff like that. But since it had where it went up again and it was like, hey, this is up for pre-order, because it's still up for pre-order on Big Bad Toy Store. I think Entertainment Earth has it in stock right now. Doing a little research to get in this video, they had where it's on sale with them as well for around 90-something dollars. Got a big old dent in the mailer there. Whatever. I mean, like, it's a nice box and it's kind of dicked up. Thankfully, I didn't pay full price for it. Again. So, let's see what it looks like in the box here. A lot of suction there. Great. Vacuum. So, pulling them up close here, I don't see any kind of crazy, awful looking looks to it. Like his teeth, you know, are gonna look kind of crazy because they're kind of crazy looking. It's not like perfect for like the paint work, but it still looks good from about a foot away, and that's about how far it'll be because I don't eye my toys. Again, thanks Kaiju Canuck for that saying that just I live by now. But it looked great. Looks fantastic. I'm going to get them out of the box. I'm going to mess with them. Again, I don't see any major issues from paintwork in here. So already, it looks worth it. So let's get him out of the box. So after getting this guy out of the package, heating up his tail and then swiveling around the joints to straighten those out, I am pleasantly surprised with how tight his joints are. And this is comparing it to the Great Wolf I just had to like hot bath to death and lube up to actually get to move around. I'm amazed that I'm so happy with a Super 7 figure right now. And I'm not a fan of Super 7. It's tight where it needs to be. It moves where it needs to. Obviously, everything can always be improved, but like for the discounted price I paid for this guy, I don't feel like I overpaid for him. Just think about that. But let me go ahead and get him off the turntable and let's take a look at what articulation he does have and how it all works with accessories. All right, so out of the package with his wings all on there, heating up his horn to straighten it out because it had where it was warped from, you know, just being in the package. And also like cutting my finger, nicking that from putting the smaller wings on. I was pushing it on there because it just pushes on nice and easy, and it slipped and my hand dragged across like right here, and that's some sharp sculpting. Because damn, oof. But articulation. So let's get him a little bit closer. So from the head, he has a double ball up here. He can go so far up, so far menacingly down, to one side, to the other. You can go around too, if that's what you wanted to do. Now, at the base down here, it is just a swivel. If it's supposed to be anything else, it'd be amazing, because it is not happening. However this is just swivel to me, and that's how I'll use it, as a swivel. He has a ball at his torso down here, and it kind of moves. You can get a little side shimmy, a little other side shimmy. It's there. I swear it is. It looks like it doesn't do much, because it doesn't do too much. But I mean, like, it's enough, and you can turn him on it. It's there. For his shoulders, he has the twists, and then it hinges out. Only so far, because he has enormous shoulder pads that block it. They still look really good, though. Look at that on camera. I like that. I like how that looks. For his wings, it is hinges again and twists where they attach. I don't know if I would have wanted these articulated like right here or anything, but like I am fine with them being out and immense, because again, it looks really cool. What would be biceps here? Where they have a hinge hidden in there, and then they have a twist right there, and then you have another hinge, and you have another twist right there, and then you have another hinge in his hand, and another twist right there. So his arm can extend down so far, and then hinge up, and hinge up, and hinge in. So, I mean, like, that's actually kind of really good. I mean, like, what can he do with it? I haven't quite figured it out, but it's neat. They're all friction. There's no, like, detents in here that I can feel. So, is what it is, but at least they're tight. Are they super tight, like the Loose Collector Great Wolf? No, but they're tight. For his hips, again, there's hinges and twists in here. You can go out so far. The limit is the sculpt. It feels like a little odd, a little bit. Maybe it's just because they're so freaking chunky and big. And I don't want to hit too much, because like there's a little bit of clearance stuff going on there. But like I can get this one out pretty far. This one, if I could get out just a little bit further, it would click out. Because again, if you can see in there, if I could get it so you can see it. Move your well-articulated arm there. There's a hinge right there. And it matches on that side. I just can't get this one. You'd think it would have where it just kind of mirrors, but like he's got crazy chunky legs. So we have a twist at the top of the hip. He has a knee. Ooh. Look at that range of knee motion. That's insanity, right? No, it's not. It's not. We're not even going to joke. Hinges. The feet right there. Oh my God. They can kind of twist. But it's from the pivot right there for doing an ankle rocker. So he has the tiniest little bit of ankle rocker. So I guess then his feet don't have a twist there, but I mean, like, he twists at the top of the knee. So if you need to do that, you can do that. And then going back to his immense tail. So he has an immense tail here. I had to heat this up, got it on there. I realized it has where it's all supposed to be oriented one way, because it feels like, you know, like it's bigger here. Well, Lord, it's wider. And then it has where it feels like the balls are offset. God, I hate saying that out loud. Or like offset, so like these all have where they go one way to have where it does like this arc to it, which is pretty neat. I can kind of get to go around a little bit here. That first ball is a little loose. The rest of them are a lot tighter. And some of them creak, some of them go. So I get some kind of movement there. It's just a little loose right there, but other than that, that's probably the loosest joint on this thing, amazingly. I know some people had where that first copy of it had where it was like loosey-goosey city, but so far, I mean, amazingly, after messing with that Great Wolf, I kind of appreciate this figure more, because it's Oh God, but just gonna make me eat my words here probably at some point. Like Super 7, their quality's way better than Loose Collector. Yeah. So for accessories, he has an alternate head sculpt of a roaring Destroya face. It was a little warped. Heated it up, so it's good. I think it looks pretty awesome. The paint works pretty good on it. Is it perfect immaculate? No, because like teeth always get kind of a little muddy. It's not perfect, but again, I'm gonna look at it from like back here. So, eh. He's got like the little juvenile Destroyers that look really good. Honestly, I like them. They look neat. They sort of have. I think they're all the same sculpt because this is probably if I heated up, its arms would like, spread out. That's cool. And then he has the open claw hands. I don't know if it has where it's marked left or right on here at all. I think this has where it's like a slide. No, that's not an L. Let's I feel like you are the right hand. So we're gonna like swap you real quick, see how easy it is to do that. Pops out. Pops in. Now he's got an open claw. So you can kind of grab on like Godzilla's face or something. Or a small juvenile Destroya. And, tell him that he's proud of him. And he encourages him in his life. Now, let's move on to size comparison. Here's Super 7 Destroya with Ahaya Monsterverse Godzilla, s.h.monsterarts Showa Godzilla, the Super 7 Wiggly Loosey Goose Dragon Zord, Super 7 Thirsty for Blood Godzilla, Hero Toys Not Diablo, and finally, Loose Collector Morocco, the Great Wolf of the East, West, some cardinal direction. The sad thing here is these figures cost me about the same amount of money, and while one of them was easy to handle and actually fun to move around, the other was like fighting to try to enjoy a figure. And somehow Super 7 is the one I enjoyed, and the big cool looking wolf is the one that's a pain in the ass to actually pose. So think about that. So, do I think you need to pick up the second release of the Super 7's Destroya? I think so. Like, I know it's on Black Friday sale at Entertainment Earth. If you can catch it for less than the $110 that it's being, sold for again, it's a definite pickup. Like this thing was more fun to mess with than that freaking Great Wolf that I had to fight and pull and heat up and lube and all those other things just to have where I can move it around. This guy doesn't have the most tightest of joints, but he has where his joints hold, and I could get him in a pose. Other than where his tail is kind of loose on that first joint, and I could just stick a piece of little like blue tack in there, and that would be fine. I don't even have to use like polyurethane in there. It's just a little bit of that. I think he's totally worth it. If you missed him the first time, if you looked at him and thought about buying him for $150, $200, God forbid, $300, pick him up now. Get him while you can. This is one of the last figures Four Horsemen sculpted for Super 7, and it shows because like this thing is literally one of the sharpest sculpts I've messed with. Like the detail is there. Swapping out that head for the swapping out the normal head for this like roaring Destroyer head there. This thing is so sharp. Oh, I still got little spots in my hand from it. But tell me what you think down in the comments below. Did you pick up the first one? Did you love it? Did you have issues with it? Did you look for it on the secondary market and see the ridiculous prices for it? Are you glad this came out? I mean, like, it still kind of blows my mind that this got like this is a second release. This is the second time they haven't done this as far as I've known with anything else. This was worth it. This is worth it to me. So tell me what you think down in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. I gotta take some cool pictures with this guy, because like seriously, this is dope. This is a fun toy. I can't believe it. Good job, Super7. Way to go, Brian Flynn. Do more of this. Later.